I'm Callie Bretthauer here with another segment of Access Update. Today we're going to be interviewing Josh Bonney. Josh Bonney has been an intern with us for about a month at Public Access Television. He just recently graduated from University of Iowa, and so he's going to tell us a little bit how he's liked his internship so far. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you for having me.
So how did you get into film production and editing?
It was actually a funny story. It's kind of on a whim. One day we were in high school and we saw a friend who had made a video of it was like a spoof parody of the movie Scream, and we were watching and we were just like, this is really, really bad. Like, it's so bad. And we were just like, I bet we can do something. We can go out and make this. We can do something even better. And as we were making it, we were realizing that this is actually something really fun to do. And then it kind of just went from there. And then we started making our own videos. And then after high school, my friends just kind of went off and, did their own thing. But I felt like I really actually wanted to pursue filmmaking. And it just was something that was a big passion of mine. And I just kept going with it. And that's how I came to University of Iowa for the cinema program. And then eventually came here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So you always were a film major at the University of Iowa?
I was. I originally started off with a double major of a film major and a theater major, but then I dropped my theater major when I realized it just wasn't for me because I just have such an overwhelming passion for film.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what skills besides your Scream parody do you have that can be utilized well in film production?
Well, I feel like I have great organization skills. I feel like I can really just keep everything under wraps, and I can just have like plans set out in my head of like if we're shooting something, like the very next day I can be like, okay, well, we can start with plan A. If plan A doesn't work, we can go to plan B. And that's something that you really need and just keep yourself going, and so that way everything just doesn't falter. I also feel like I have a lot of creativity, a lot of great ideas that I like to just share with people and just be like, oh, we should put that on film, or we should make that into something. And it's just, I feel like those two aspects are something that really work well for me.
Nice. So why did you choose to work or be an intern at Public Access Television?
Well, I actually was referred to a friend. She found this internship because she was interested in film and she wanted to explore it more. And she came here and then she was just like, hey, Josh, you should come out here. You should check this out and realize, because this is something that would be a great opportunity for you. And so that's how I was able to be introduced to this company and figure out, what Public Access Television provides for the public and stuff like that. And it was really great. And I'm happy to be here.
So what special benefits does Public Access Television provide for you?
Well, as a film student, a lot of our professors advise us not to go out and buy any cameras or any editing software, because they say by the time you're done with school, everything could be changed and you're going to have to start over again. So I just recently graduated from University of Iowa, and I don't have any film equipment of my own, and I don't have any editing software of my own. And PATV provides both of that for me. They have a lot of great range of great cameras that I could use, a lot of great editing software like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro 7, and X. And it's basically just like a really great place for me to start. And if I want to have my own projects, I can just come here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to gain from working for Public Access Television?
I really just would like to get as much experience in a lot of things as possible. I would love to be behind the cameras, learn how to work the cameras properly, be a camera operator, even dabble in directing my own show, maybe, possibly, and just even working on programs like After Effects, which you can have a lot of great special effects added into your videos and stuff like that. And PATV provides great workshops for that as well. So hopefully I can work with that by the time I'm done here.
So do you have any production ideas for shows that you would like to do for Public Access Television? Anything you want to submit?
As of right now, no. I do have a lot of ideas written down in a notebook. And I think I'm going to go through that one day and just be like, okay, what could I possibly do that I could make that through PATV that I could provide for this channel? And hopefully I can find something that'll work. Because a lot of times I just whenever I have an idea, I just jot down a notebook and I store it away for safekeeping until later. So.
Yeah, and with it being summer, it's a perfect opportunity to get some shows in.
Right, exactly. No school, I can have all the time in the world to do it, so That's always great.
So any ideas for the future?
As of right now, I think I'm planning to move to Chicago within a couple of years. I feel like Chicago is a great place to start for film production, and then we'll just see from there. It's honestly just up in the air, and 5 years from now, I could be somewhere totally different than I thought I was going to be, or maybe not. It's kind of up in the air for me. So hopefully, hopefully some good things will happen.
Yeah. So what about in 10 years? Where do you see yourself?
That's even a scarier question.
Yeah, that's a very tough question. I hate that question.
I know. The only thing I hope to have by 10 years is just have all my student loans paid off. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then, I don't know, maybe work for a great company somewhere, or, just somewhere good. That's all I hope for in 10 years, just someplace good.
Yeah, maybe move to LA.
Maybe.
What opportunities
Yeah,
out there?
I've honestly thought about moving to LA, just on a whim sometimes, but I gotta be smart about it and gotta make sure I have money saved up. But LA is always a great place, and I would love to be out there someday. So.
So compared to possibly other film production companies, you think it's been nice to work for public access television since they are a nonprofit, or do you see anything that would possibly be different between the two?
I think what's great about public access television is just the fact that I feel like I was interning for another company a couple years ago, and a lot of times it had to do with business, and a lot of times ideas were rejected because they're like, well, we're not going to make money off that, and it's sort of like this weird political aspect about a film company that was just a little different for me that I had to soak in. But with here at PATV, I feel like you have a lot of creative output, you have a lot of great opportunities you can give to the company, and a lot of freedom. I think that's a really great place to start until you want to move forward into the world.
So do you think you would rather work on your own instead of working for a film company?
Well, I'm definitely not opposed to working for a film company. What's great about working with other people is that it's a collaboration process. You can, you get a lot of ideas from different people, and sometimes you can keep yourself in check as well. Sometimes when I made a film, I realized, this is actually really bad. I thought it was great, but a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the collaboration process, you get to have people tell you straight on the spot, oh, that was really bad, so you should probably fix that. So.
So if you were to recruit someone to PATV, what would you tell them about the company?
As I said before, I just feel like PATV provides a lot of great access to film equipment, film or editing software programs, and workshops. If you're a beginner and you don't really know how to work a camera, or if you don't really know how to edit in something, they have great workshops here for people that you can use, and they can help you, or they can teach you all these great things. And yeah, and I just think it's a lot of great opportunities for people who love to make films, love to make movies, just to come here, and you have all this freedom to do what you want to do. So that's great.
If you were able to work for any director, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, I would say David Fincher, and that's just because I have not seen a film of his I have not loved yet. And I just think he is a great film auteur. So hopefully him. If he was still alive, I would say Alfred Hitchcock. But yeah.
What was the first person you mentioned?
David Fincher.
What are some of his movies?
Seven, Fight Club. Most recent one was Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and The Social Network. And he's just recently one of his films that is coming out in October is Gone Girl. And it's based off of a really best-selling book, and I'm just really excited to see that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what about actor, actress? Who would you just love to film for something?
I've heard through multiple interviews that Amy Adams is a great actress to work with because she just has a lot of insight, and she surprises a lot of directors with what she can do. And so I think it'd be really cool to work with an actress who can really inspire you and surprise you in ways that you didn't think that they could. So I would definitely say I would love to work with Amy Adams someday. Yeah, I don't really have an actor in mind, I guess. Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, would be awesome. But that's just because I'd just be like, oh, you're really, really great.
Just stare at him all day.
That was good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That would be a great opportunity if you could just choose anybody to work with. It'd be so fun.
What about you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, that's a tough one. I love Julia Roberts. And she's just gorgeous.
Yes.
And she seems really funny.
Have you seen August Osage County?
I want to.
Oh, okay,
really
it's really
bad.
great.